with Kaleem. Today in this video number 12 of the Angular series, I'm going to cover that how we can I will cover that to make input box and the get value on keyup change, and the number third point, display value on screen and get value with button click, and at the end I will cover the interview question. So let's start with this tutorial. And so for first I will just make a input tag, and here I will just define one type is equal to text, and after that I will make one placeholder, enter name, right, and the name will be this. So let me see that whether it's come up with the changes or not. Yes, it's coming up, right, enter name. So what will test? So nothing will happen. So now we will make one function here, the same function that we developed before, but in this case let me call this function. How we can call this function, I already explained that in my last video. You can watch that, and I will also going to do the same thing here. I'm going to first mention the event, the key up, and in that I'm going to mention get data, and for instance I'm going to say Kaleem, right, and then I will save that, and after that we'll see that any change happened or not. You can see that Kaleem is coming up, right, so it means it's working. Now we have to figure out how we can display the value on a screen. So for that, for instance, display val is equal to empty, right. So here I'm going to display this dot display value is equal to val, and after that what I have to do, I will just call this function. I will just call for instance I will call this p I will just use interpolating here like this display value, and here I will see whether we can display that or not. So I will type something and then see. Okay, you can see that Kaleem is printed, but thing is that why Kaleem is printed? I need a real value. Why it's always coming up with Kaleem? There is an issue. So it's mean because I passed the Kaleem. So now how we can pass the dynamic value? So for the dynamic value we will use a box. We will name it as a box, right, and after that we will use the value of this box. For that you just have to define box.value, right, and then now let's try server, right. You can see that whatever you're typing is printing here, right. So whatever you will type, then it will be printed. So for now I'm going to remove the console. We can remove the console, but the next step that I'm going to explain you that how we can work with the button click, because that was our topic as well. So for the button I'm going to define button here, button, right. For the button click me, and here I will define banana brackets click, and on this I will call get data, and on data I will call box.value. So here I will remove that, right. I'm going to remove this up to this one, right. So I'm going to just save this one, and then we will see what will happen. Testing and click me. So it is coming up on a button click. Testing value, right, it's coming up, right. So it's working. So the next thing is that the question of the interview question, that could be that can you call or access the placeholder or the name of this input text box or not. Yes, we can access that as well. For that you can just define, for that you can just use box dot, for instance box dot name, let me username, right, username. I'm going to define this box dot name. So whenever I will click, then it should print the username. So let's see what happened. It should print its username, right? You can see here. So the same thing we can use for the placeholder. It should print the enter name when whatever the value I will type, right? Enter name, you can see here. So this is the thing that the employer can ask you this type of question during an interview. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and this I'm trying my best that the video should be short, so you should able to keep your interest in Angular series. So thank you for watching this, and if you have any comment or question, you can just leave your comment and I will get back to you. Thank you.